got our friend Mr. Ronnie James Dio here at the Fillmore. Ronnie, how you been, man?
I've been great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's so good to have you on Reality Check, because it's always a pleasure. Yeah, now, the latest album, our cameraman, Dragon Dave, is really disturbed about this title, Killing the Dragon.
Well, you know, he's really lucky, because we were going to call it Killing the Dave. So I thought this was a little quite less pointed to it, so you saved your life on that one, Dave. This is our dragon, who was with us from 1985 until almost 1987 for the 2 tours we did with Sacred Heart. Writing for this particular album during the time of the World Trade Center tragedy, and after it happened, I called a friend of mine, a guy named Eddie Trunk, who's a disc jockey on WNEW in New York, and I'm from New York, so I wanted to make some kind of connection, because for me it was very surreal. It was very unreal what happened. I saw it on television at 6 o'clock in the morning in L.A., you know, where I live, and I thought it was a bad Godzilla movie. It didn't look real to me. So, you know, after, of course, we found out that it was real, about 4 or 5 days later, I called Eddie and said, you know, I'd like to speak to the people. And he went, of course. So I was on the air, and I said what I had to say. And then he said to me, do you know that they censored some of your music? And I said, no. Why was that? He said, well, they found it politically unacceptable at this time. And I said, well, that's silly to me, because all the songs we wrote were written, you know, like 10, 15, 20 years before any of this happened. Nothing was aimed to that. And it annoyed me to such a point that I wrote the song called Rock and Roll, which is about rock and roll music being censored. There's a line in the song that says, never cross the song police, because they can tell you what you're going to hear again. I mean, we need song police now, do we? So that song is very close to my heart, because I think one of the most stupid things I've ever heard is that they took away rock and roll music, which was something that these young men and women were going to take to them to Afghanistan, and they're going to die, you know. But you can go and die, but we're going to take your rock and roll music for us. Let's face it, rock and roll music is what America's all about, and that's what we created, and that's what's important to us. So that's what that song is about.
You've seen there's a video on this CD which is for the single Push.
That's right.
Yeah. And,
got the Tenacious D guys on it, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about Tenacious D.
Well, Tenacious D did a song that was about me. It was called Pass the Torch. And when it came time for us to do a video, we had found out that Jack was a really big fan. He's been a big Sabbath fan for a long time, too. So the president of our record company knew him, called him and said, would you like to do this? And he went, oh, yeah. So he did it. He came down and did it, and it was a highlight of the video for me. I mean, he's just a great guy, real intense, most intense person I think I've ever met, and obviously a huge star. But he never comes off that way. He's just a regular kind of guy, just a great person. So we wanted to make it a little bit more special, and by sticking Tenacious D in, who are a bit more of a, you know, modern phenomenon, I think it was a nice blend between the two.
I read that he did a press release where he contacted you to do this picture where you're passing the torch.
No, we did that at the video shoot.
Oh, at the video shoot.
We were doing the video shoot, and at the end of it, he said, would you mind if we did a shot together? And I said, of course not. And the next thing that happened was they produced this torch that looked like they ripped it out the hands of the Statue of Liberty, this huge torch. And so I took some photos with the torch, and they were more than happy to do it. But, you know, it's tit for tat. They did us a favor, we do them a favor. I mean, not that they didn't get paid for it, because they did. I mean, it's always nice when people do something that, that you created, whether alone or with other people. I mean, it's a real pat on the back. It's like, wow, we like that stuff. Thanks for doing it. And that's, it's the same way with Tenacious D. They liked the music so much that they wanted to be somewhat like we were, and that's just a real compliment to me.
Yeah. I never asked you this on camera. Speaking of what Tenacious D did, I mean, what did you think of what MOD did back in '87 on their first album called The Ballad of Dio?
It was funny.
Yeah.
It was funny. I mean, I don't ever take umbrage with any of that kind of stuff. I think anytime anybody mentions my name, that when it's not in conjunction with saying Ronnie Dio's an asshole, I'm more than happy with it,
Yeah.
And I don't really care what they say about me because I know what I am, and I think the people who know me know what I am as well. But, I'm always complimented. I'm always, in favor of putting my name out there. Sure, no problem.
What'd you think of when you were on South Park?
Oh, I thought it was wonderful. I thought that, I initially didn't want to let it be done because I felt that they were just going to crucify me, that I would end up being like what they did to Rod Stewart and what they did to Elton John and what they did to Ozzy. But they assured our office that they were real Dio fans and that I would like it. And so I thought to myself, well, if you want to be an American icon, you better let them do it. And they did, and I was knocked out. It was funny. I thought they were more cruel to the drummer than anything else. They were okay with me. Oh, I thought my voice was a little bit weird when they were the talking guy.
Yeah, the guy mimicking you.
But that's okay. That's all right. That's not a problem. As long as they played the song and as long as I got a chance to be remembered that way, because it's an important show. Yeah. It is. It's something.
They never approached you to do your own voice?
No. No, I wouldn't have done it anyway.
They got the rights to the song, though.
Yeah, they got the chance to do the song, but, to reproduce the song. I mean, it was the song that we did, of course.
Yeah,
but as far as the voice goes, I mean, that's what they do. And that's cool. No problem.
Yeah.
Still alive and still doing what we always do, and we don't pretend to be anything but Dio, and we'll always be this. And I think it's held us in good stead. Everyone knows that we're honest with our music, and that it surpasses all generations. I mean, we'll continue to make the same music because it makes you think, it makes you certainly tap your foot, and it gets you aggressive, and that's what we've always tried to do. So thanks for listening to it, and thanks for giving me this opportunity one more time to talk to them. Thanks, man.
All right, thank you so much.
Sorry, Dave. I didn't mean to killing the Dragon Kid.
Yeah.